This nigga dead, y'all. Oh no, when this happened, niggas dying that ain't never died before. Jesus, why ain't nobody tell his dumb ass to die? The fuck going on? Can't believe it.
Yeah, I don't know what you're saying, but I love you. I love you, baby girl. Konnichiwa, arigato, date bayo. Yeah, I have to go back to work in a second. Yeah, yo trabajo en el sol, en el verano, trabajo bien. Hombre, llega el sol con su puta madre, quema, güey. El sol, the sun burns, but not like you, baby. You're hot as shit, motherfucker, girl, baby girl. No papers, no, nothing. Just good, yes. Yes, porque nadie habla, hijos de su puta madre. ¿Ya las dejé sin palabras o qué? Oh, yeah, Asian. Me gustan las chinitas. Very good. Date bayo. Oh, Sasuke, no. Oh, ramen. Uy, I love ramen. Me mama el ramen.
I want you to hold this for me. Here, hold this. This Kool-Aid. We put this on bitches like you. You gonna be my bitch. Open that motherfucker up. Lick your lips. Now stick your hand in that Kool-Aid. Just stick it in there. Now take your finger, just do this to the bottom one. Come here. Now I kiss you. You orange flavor mother.
And boom, monkeys, we're live. Welcome back to the Crypto Boogie channel, man. Sorry I've been away, cats. As mentioned before, I've been working, grinding it out, man, trying to get a little bit more dinero, man, so I could buy that freaking bottom. How you monkeys been in the chat, man? I'm hoping that you cats have been good. I'm hoping that you guys have been good, man. Not to worry, I do have the fragrance of the day. We will talk about that later on in the stream. Do not worry, cats. This will not be too long of a stream. I'm just going to show you a quick market update as to which way the market is headed, man. As the title of the video states, possible market entries. These are areas that I myself am looking at to DCA into the market. Now, mind you, I'm not solely going to just talk about Bitcoin. I'll also be talking a little bit about TradFi, man. Of course, I'm not throwing my entire bag at this. I'm expecting the market to dump a little bit more as expected. That should happen. I know that we're a little bit bullish, man, since we're doing a wave 4 into the 5th portion of the Elliott wave. Wave 4 of the Elliott wave that's heading to the downside. So I am expecting the market to pump up a little bit more once we hit certain fair value gaps, certain fucking supply zones, demand zones. Then we could possibly be dumping back down. Of course, as you guys know, I am utilizing the 200-week moving average to see exactly where we are going, man. Let's check this out. Let's move forward. Let's see which way the freaking market is pushing. Bear with me 1 second, gatos. Un momentito. Vamos aquí. Here we go. Now, not a lot of data on Twitter, monkeys. As you can tell, the market's pretty freaking dead right now, and I'm expecting it to continue that way, at least till we hit the bottom. I am noticing that we are moving a little bit faster than normal, so I'm glad about that. I'm glad that we could end up hitting the bottom faster. At least that's the way it seems for now. I really don't want to freaking, like, oscillate sideways for a whole freaking year before we hit the bottom next year and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? And usually that's the way historically it works. It would be dope if we hit the bottom this year. And from what I'm seeing on the charts, it may be that way. Let's check this out, monkeys. Vamos a ver. But first, let's check out where the S&P 500 is at. Okay, let me get my ugly face out of here, as usual. Oh, there you go. All right, this is the S&P 500 on the weekly, cats. Yes, I do have this on the weekly. And as you can tell, man, we did have our 0 to 1, and that was back in November 10, bro. And then we came back down here to 2. That was September 11th, ballpark in it. And it seems that we've already hit the top portion of wave 3 for now. At least that's what it seems like in the meantime, because this is the highest hill we're getting on the Awesome Oscillator. So I would expect us to dump a little bit more. And you can see that it's starting to trend that way as well. And mind you, this chart is on the weekly, cats, because the S&P 500 is a slow mover. So you can see that we have a monthly fair value gap, and we also have a weekly one down here. There is a dead zone in this area. Let me see if I can draw this up for you, cats. Right there. So it would not surprise me if we do dip all the way down here. But for sure, we are going to hit that monthly portion. I'm expecting that the market to go at least in that direction. That is 6,553 all the way down to 6,507. And everybody's going to lose their freaking mind. And I would imagine that this whole conflict going on in the Middle East right now is contributing to that. Now, it would not surprise me, cats, if we do come down here to about 61.14 or possibly freaking 57.46. Now, I really had to go back, man. Really, really go back, bro, to check to see how far we could end up dipping after we hit fucking wave 3 and come down to wave 4. And here we have wave 4 right here, bro, before we came back up to wave 5. And then we started the whole cycle again, bro. So that's what it seems like we're heading to right now. And, of course, that is bearish sentiment. And that is a situation that we can take advantage of, monkeys. So food for freaking thought. That's where the market's going right now as far as the S&P 500 goes. Vamos a ver. Let me pull this shit back. So, yeah, you can see that things are pretty freaking bearish, man. At least it seems that way. You know what I mean? At least for now. Let's see. Now, since we've already covered the S&P, let's check out BTC, cats. Vamos a ver. Share screen. And this will tell us exactly where we're at as far as the whole market goes. I know that there is a shitload of ninja watchers at the time being, which is absolutely fine, man. But I promised you, cats, that I would be here, and I will continue being here as we hit the bottom of the bear market, and then we'll end up going up to the upside later on, and I'll be there for that as well. First freaking moon ganger in the chat, man. Hey, what's going on, man? You doing good, homie? Mr. Deco, shout out to you, bro. I'm glad you are here, bro. We got doggone Crypto Spirit. ¿Qué pasó, vato? ¿Cómo sigues tú? You doing good? I'm glad to see you monkeys here, man. These are your future millionaires, cats. And then we got Hexa, CMC gang. What's going on, homie? Hope you cats are doing good, man. Now, ¿qué más tenemos aquí? Who else we got here, man? Everybody's just dropping in at the same time, man. Hey, what's going on, Boomstick? Hope you're doing good, homie. Hope you're doing good. Qué bueno, man. I'm glad to see that you guys are doing freaking good. You guys probably are barely hopping back in. Don't worry, man. We got the fragrance of the day. If you guys haven't seen that, boy, look at that sucker right there, man. That is my old school Israeli Tavor, man. That platform is a fucking badass platform, man. Now, mind you, it is the SAR model. If you could still find them, I would recommend that one. Do not get the X95, cats. Still one of my favorite freaking bullpups, bro. And you can see that I'm rocking that Surefire suppressor on there, bro. Yeah, man. Boomstick surviving. I get you, man. I get you, bro. Like everybody else, bro. Everybody else is fucking hurting right now. But it's the people that buy the bottom, bro, that fucking take advantage of the situation. We buy the red candles, not the green candles. Remember that, cats? Vamos a ver. All right, now moving forward to BTC. Going back to the BTC chart. ¿Dónde estamos aquí? Now, this is the BTC chart. Boom, 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 man. All right, good to go. So, as stated, we did our 0 to 1, came down to 2, bro. We shot up to 3, came down to 4, and we finished our 5. So, that is absolutely normal. Now, people right now are like, Boogie, well, which way is the market heading right now? And let me show you cats exactly where we're heading right now. As you guys can see, man, we've got 0 to 1. We came up to 2. Of course, we hit that fucking fair value gap on the weekly, bro. And let me put this on the weekly, cat, so you guys can see it a little bit better and understand it a little bit better. Let me turn off my Bill Williams alligator. So, vamos a ver. And let's pull this 3 down here so you guys can see it a little bit clearer. So we did our 0, came down to 1, came back up to 2. Now let's put it on the daily. Se mira mejor en the daily. 0 to 1, we came up to 2, man. And then we came all the way down to 3, cats. And that 3 is right here. Now, if you guys can see this blue line right here, man, that is a 200-week moving average. I know I could activate it manually, but I would have to put this on the weekly chart. So I drew it up manually, ballparking where we're at right now, man. So it would not surprise me, monkeys, if we do start going back to the upside and try hitting the 4th portion of the Elliott wave before we continue to the downside. If you cats haven't DCA'd out on some of your altcoin positions, that's absolutely fine. I'm expecting us to go back up to wave 4 before we come back down to wave 5. Now, mind you, this is on the daily, cats. And as I've been predicting before, man, we are doing about ballpark in 80-day cycles. And right now, so far as the market's going, it seems que andamos on day 36. So we should be topping up pretty soon, man. I think I have another chart for you cats también. Let me see if I can pull it up, bro. So I can show you the exact. Is this paper trades? Yeah, it is paper trades. I'm hot about FTM analysis. Let's go over there. This is FTM analysis, BTC USD. Here you go. So this is a little bit better explanation for you cats. So it seems that we do want to come back up over here to this fair value gap on the weekly, bro. And that could put us anywhere from 89,000 to about 81,000. I always like going into the middle zone. So I'm expecting us to go up. Could it be that we'll oscillate sideways? So en otras maneras, we're going to be a little bit like this. Where is my path tool? So it could be we're going to be like this. And then we finally go up over here to 85,000 before we start heading down and we start making it into that fucking final zone. Let's put it here on the weekly. And let's check to see where that 200-week moving average is at. Esta es down here in this area. So this would be 58,000, give or take. So if I grab my drawing tool here and I draw like that, I'm expecting us to come down anywhere to about 60 to about 58, ballparking it, man. And then that's when I'll throw in a little bit more dinero, like about 25% of my dry powder, and then I'll waste another 25% of my dry powder as we start moving down here below the 200-week moving average. Let me draw it a little bit more for you cats. So di que se va así. I'll be buying in all this area right here, bro. I'll be buying in all this area right here. Y luego, once we break out of the 200-week moving average, that's when I'll throw the rest of my DCA in. You know what I'm saying? As we start going back to the upside, cats. ¿Me entiendes, Méndez, o te explico, Perico? Crypto Toad, what's going on, amigo? Glad to have you in the chat, bro. Glad to have you in the chat, man. ¿Qué onda, Crossfire? You doing good, vato? Glad to see you here, man. Vamos a ver. You think the Iran fiasco sends anytime soon, Boogie? Well, this is what I think about the Iran fiasco, man, or what's going on in the Middle East, at least. What I think is going to end up happening, bro, is we're not going to be there for a very long time. At most, maybe 2 months, a month at most, or 2 months. I don't think we'll be there longer than that. And if we do put boots on the ground, I think it'll be quick reaction forces. They'll come in, they'll hit the locations they need to hit, and they'll get out. Now, if you guys are on Twitter, which I'm assuming majority of my audience is, shout out to Deco because he's actually commenting from Twitter. You know what I'm saying? If you guys are on Twitter, you guys know damn well, bro, that there's a shitload of videos out there, bro, that the Ukrainians have been releasing where Russian soldiers are getting blown up by drones. And trust me, cats, that's the last thing the American people want to see. As it is, this war is not too famous, bro. It's not too popular and doesn't have a lot of support. from the left or the right. So I'm not thinking we're going to have too many boots on the ground for too long of a period of time. If Marines do touch ground, they'll probably be there at most for 24 hours before they end up exiting out. One of the things that I did notice about the Trump administration, I noticed this ever since the ISIS conflict we had when Trump took power back in 2016. He's not really a lot like President Bush in the sense that he'll keep the troops there to rebuild a nation. I know Bush loved that because the contractors there were like, yeah, dude, keep the troops there so they can protect us while we rebuild up the nation. That way we can get those government fucking monies, those government subsidies, bro. That'd be great. He's not really big on that. He's more of a hit and run guy. He'll hit you and then he'll run away, man. He doesn't really like putting too many boots on the ground, if anything. And if it's boots on the ground, it's usually special operations or some high-speed units where they're going to freaking do some damage and get out. I'm hoping that my analysis on this is correct. From what I've seen, the way Trump likes to fight, that would make sense. But I do know the Strait of Hormuz is very important. Now, if you guys look at Instagram, man, it seems, at least on Instagram, that Iran is winning this conflict, especially against Israel. But I don't know I can't really tell you, man. I can't really tell you. I do know that people like to overplay some or over-exaggerate shit. I've heard people say, man, that they've caught Special Forces Operational Detachment Delta, total 158 soldiers in fucking Iran. They've got them held as POWs. I don't really believe that, dude. I don't even think freaking Delta really goes out that way, man. I don't think their teams are that big of 158. That's more, I'd expect that maybe from a Ranger unit or maybe from a doggone freaking a Marine unit or an Army unit or the 101st or the 82nd. I can't really picture special operations doing that. Price of gas has gone up significantly, as you guys can see. But hopefully this conflict is over freaking soon, man. And if it is, bro, my question is, what will China do about it, bro? Because if the United States does end up establishing a new regime in Iran that's hostile towards China, what the heck's China going to do about it, bro? You know what I'm saying? I do know China relies a lot on Russia for the oil industry, but Russia's is pretty damn busy to the west side of them over in Ukraine. I know they're using a lot of their resources on that shit. And I know that China would get a lot of their freaking oil and gasoline for cheap from Venezuela. So if they end up replacing Iran with a new regime, what happens to China, man? Does it end up breaking into 10 little different countries? Also, will China enter the chat and start beefing with the United States directly because they don't want their country to break apart? Because as it is, China's doing horrible, man. Know what I mean? So hopefully this conflict ends soon. Like I stated, man, it's not a popular conflict, bro. Majority of people don't like this conflict. And I guess President Bush, man, and Obama gave us a really bad taste on the global war on terror, bro. And I think that's what's going on with that at the time being, cats. You know what I'm saying? All right, fragrance of the day. This is Azzaro's The Most Wanted, bro. I've gotten a lot of compliments on this one. This one is a little bit pricey, cats, but you will get a lot of compliments on this one, dude. And it's very strong. It does last a good 5 to 6 hours. I would do at least 5 sprays, man, depending where you're going to be at. If you're going to be outside, you can push up to 7. Indoors, I would do 5, man. This is a very good fragrance. I've gotten a ton of compliments on this one. Highly recommend it. Let's see what the price on that one is. Vamos a ver. Let's see. Vamos a ver. Let's see what Azzaro, The Most Wanted, is at. Vamos a ver. On fragrance.net, it's an EDP. Oh, that is too fucking bright, dog. That is so fucking bright. Ay, señor. Here you go. Let me push this up. Azzaro, The Most Wanted. It runs for about $78.59. That's with the coupon, bro. It is a relatively good fragrance, man. You will get a lot of compliments on it, bro. Highly recommend it. And there you go, monkeys. That is the fragrance of the evening. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you monkeys like this video. Make sure you monkeys subscribe to the channel. Vamos a ver qué más tenemos. Vamos a ver aquí. Share screen. All right. Now, since we already looked at BTC, man, this is some of the TradFi shit that I'm looking at, man. And yes, I do intend to buy a little bit more TradFi. If I haven't mentioned it before, man, here we go. Get my ugly face out of here. And you're like, Boogie, what the fuck are we looking at? This is Palantir. Yes. And it's on the weekly, son. I was looking at this one. I do get Palantir through Webull. And what I got here, we've got a 0 to 1 to 2. We came up to 3, man. At least this is what the awesome oscillator is showing on the weekly, bro. Bill Williams Alligator is also, it also seems like it wants to trend downwards. And I'm expecting that we should come anywhere here to about 99 bucks to about $101. These are two fair value gaps on the weekly. And you can see that the zone does want to come down here, man. These are some TradFi stocks that I'm looking at, bro. I'm expecting it to come down at most down here, bro, to about 54 bucks. But I do intend to DCA a little bit more once we get down here to about 100 bucks to $99, bro. And if it goes lower, cool. I'll DCA more. As you guys can see, I do have a Hail Mary order block right here. That can happen, cats. That can happen. That is possible. But I'm expecting for us to go back to the upside at least before the end of Trump's term, bro. And to finish up our wave 5 before we do a giant ABC wave correction. It would be a little bit odd if we end up doing an ABC wave. A la verga. ¿Qué es eso? If we end up coming up this way. That would be rather odd, bro. If we do. And then we start going back up to wave 5, bro. I don't think it's going to really happen that way. So I think my best guess is that we should be coming down here. And that should finish up wave 4 to this side before we end up pumping back to the upside and we end up finishing wave 5, cats. So the badass thing about TradFi, if you put it on Webull or Robinhood, the regular fucking TradFi exchanges, bro, their orders, they're not the order block. What do you call it? Their limit orders are pretty good, man. So, and you're like, Boogie, well, what are those zones? The first one that I intend to DCA is at about 109 to about 99, and then I'll set some more at about 85. Those are the areas that I intend to DCA. And then I'll have a couple of Hail Marys down here, bro, at about 59.03 to about 45.75. Ballparking it, man. That's where my Hail Marys will be at, so I can catch a Palantir before we end up going to the top side, man. And I do know that freaking doggone, what's his face? JD Vance, bro, he's good buddies with fucking Peter Thiel, and Peter Thiel is the one that runs fucking Palantir. You know what I'm saying? So that's some of the TradFi plays that I am looking at. Hexus, if China fractures, hopefully the Mongols relaunch the horde. Hey, man, them freaking, dude, the Mongolian chicks, bro. Chicks from Mongolia, bro, damn, fool. They're fucking fine as fuck, dude. Mongolian chicks, bro. Yeah, dude. They got some banging bodies, dude, for Asians, bro. But I mean, I think Vietnamese chicks, bro, and Mongolian chicks, they're probably the most, not facially attractive, but body-wise, physically attractive, in my opinion, from what I've seen. You know what I'm saying? Very attractive ladies, man. But fucking, dude, Mongolia just sounds fucking difficult. Sounds like difficult life there, if anything, dude. You know what I mean? Almost at it. All right. What else do we got, man? Some of the other TradFi things that I am looking at, that I am considering purchasing. Vamos a ver. Share screen. ¿Dónde estamos? We covered Palantir. There's another one. SoFi Technologies. I think I talked about this last time. I did set a limit order. And as you guys can see, man, a lot like motherfucking Palantir, we have our 0 to 1. We came down to 2, and then we're currently at 3. At least that's what the awesome oscillator is indicating. And you can see that we're starting to make that whenever you're using the Awesome Oscillator and you're looking at Elliott waves, the fourth portion of the Awesome Oscillator should always trend in a downward fashion. And you can see that's exactly what's happening now, man. Awesome Oscillator, the Bill Williams fucking alligators indicating that we are going to continue a little bit of a dump to the top, to the downside. I do have some limit orders here at about $16.41, man. And of course, there is a big ass fucking order block down here, bro. Pero no, I don't really think we'll go down that low down here to about $9.77. I think at most, possibly, bro, at about $11. I'll probably set some Hail Marys here at $11. I'm not expecting it to go all the way down to this order block, bro. $11 at most is what I'm expecting. Pero majority of my purchases should be in this zone, and we should be getting there soon. That's at about $16.49, bro. Before we end up heading up to wave 5. Do some research on SoFi Technologies. What's badass about these cats is that they're not in a lot of debt, and I don't think they have any debt, if anything. You know what I'm saying? So, food for thought, cats. Food for freaking thought, man. Tenemos aquí a Damien. ¿Qué pasó, vato? Diamonds and fire, bro. Fucking spirit, bro. Time to save a Mongolia chick. Dude, check them out, bro. They are fucking fine as fuck, bro. But I don't think there's too many Mongolian chicks on the market, if anything, bro. And what I mean by the market, the dating market, as far as dating goes. But, dude, they are fine as fuck, dude, the Mongolian chicks, bro. You know what I'm saying? Vamos a ver. Last one I wanted to talk to you about today, cats. Of course, this is another TradFi option. And I'm looking at TradFi, monkeys, porque, I mean, I'm looking at TradFi, cats, porque, I mean, as you guys can see on the, as far as the Elliott waves go for Bitcoin and for TradFi, it seems with Bitcoin, we're getting up to that Elliott wave 4 before we completely come down to Elliott wave 5. Versus on TradFi right now, a lot of TradFi, especially tech stocks, it seems almost as if we're heading down into wave 4 before we go up into wave 5. So in other words, we're probably going to get to wave 4 and start pumping to the upside with TradFi and a lot of these tech stocks that I'm showing you. And Bitcoin at the time seems like it's still heading up to wave 4, which is the opposite direction of TradFi because it's an inverse Elliott wave. And then we're coming down into wave 5. ¿Me entiendes? Hence why I'm showing you guys a little bit of TradFi instead. I understand TradFi is not as fun as crypto, bro. It's not as fucking fun as fucking doggone Sonic and Hex and all that other stuff, bro. But for now, that would be probably the best way to go. Not financial advice, cats. Since you guys, I mean, I know you guys are pretty active in the market, and I know the market's pretty fucking boring right now. So let me show you this next one, man. And I'm pretty excited about this one, bro. And this one, Charlie even liked this one a lot. Vamos aquí con Robo. Here we go. Aquí estamos con Robo, vato. Check this out, homie. And Robo, it looks like we're heading into this order block, bro. Now Robo has a really weird fucking looking chart, vato. Because if you look at this shit, look at the 0. 0 to 1 to 2, and then we shot up to 3, and this is indicating right here on the Awesome Oscillator that we've already fulfilled 3. We came down to 4, and just like the way 4 performs, cats, whenever you guys look at the fourth portion of the Elliott wave, dude, it is a fucking oscillating B wave from fucking hell, dude. And it seems que acabamos the fifth portion of the Elliott wave. That's what it seems like right now, at least what I'm noticing. Now, if this ends up, if here on the Awesome Oscillator, this column ends up becoming bigger than this one, then this would become 3. And we would still be pending 4. You know what I'm saying? But right now, it seems like we finished 5 for Robo, and we're going into this order block, bro. And if you cats know anything about order blocks are the most powerful, and this is where the market is mostly attracted to, bro. And I have some limit orders here at about 64.69. I do want to get some Robo, bro. If we're lucky, maybe lo pescamos acá abajo at about 58.06. Now, what would that look like? That would be a pretty damn quick ABC corrective wave. Porque estamos aquí, we would come down this way, bounce back up, y luego le pegamos down here, bro, before we start our new wave to the upside. Or what could end up happening as well, regardless, I'm still going to get some aquí. Or what could end up happening as well is this shit right here. Vamos a ver, ABC. We'll come down this way, pop back up, y luego we'll come back down here to about 57.31 or 59.19 before we start our new fucking Elliott wave, which would be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it would look a little, let's say it pans out this way. So what would that look like? Let's say que le pegamos aquí, the C portion of the Elliott wave. We would come up this way. Y luego 3 would be parabolic. 4, y luego 5. Let's put 4 right there. And let me draw little lines here so you guys can see a little bit of what it could look like. You know what I'm saying? So it would look a little bit like that. If wave 3 even pops up even more, man, we'll see. This is just guesstimation, cats. Of course, I'm not saying it's going to hit these zones. Pero that's the way usually the Elliott waves run. For sure, I don't know where the corrective wave, or not the corrective waves, the parabolic waves, what they're going to look like. Pero I do know what the ABC corrective wave is going to end up looking like, bro. And I'm expecting for us to come down here to about $57. Or so, at least here about 64, 68. Regardless, I'm going to probably have pretty big DCAs ready to go here at about 64.22. Again, if you guys want to know what the ticker is for this, it's ROBO, Global Robotics and Automation Index ETF. I got this sucker on Webull, by the way, cats. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, monkeys. Yeah, so do me a favor, cats. Do me a big favor. Make sure you cats like this video. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. And that pretty much covers it for today, cats. I talked to Twinkie. He was unavailable today. We'll see if maybe we can set something up for next weekend. Maybe Friday or Saturday, cats. So again, being redundant, cats, make sure you monkeys like this video. Make sure you monkeys subscribe to the channel. And I will catch you cats on the flip side. Oh, well, that's a little bit fucked.